wow, fish in the water. Now, if you see the way God created everything, it's that everything else are being created in millions of kinds. See fish in the water. How many fish? How many different kinds of fish you have in water? Lots of them. Nobody knows how many kinds. Animals the same way. Herbs and trees. Everything else is in millions. But if you see, there's only one thing. God created millions. Humankind. Human, which is two people. Woman and man. There's no third person here. Even different scientists we're trying to prove that a monkey could be, oh, human, we come from a monkey. Well, at that moment, I think someone are doing the wrong work. Because the difference is, when God didn't take a part of human or part of monkey to create a human. He created animals in the jungle as animals. Fish in the water as fish in the water. Herbs as herbs. There's nothing similar. It's like, I have a little DNA here that I'm going to put there. It's not. He knew what he was doing. Human as a human. Period. There's nothing else in this world, on the whole planet, was going to be more smarter than human. And that's why, if you check on your Bible, I'm not Christian or Catholic, but I did read the Bible to just see what's happening there. You will find out that, when you read the Bible, you will find out that, when God created the whole universe. Now, if you're a really good Christian, or your beliefs is real, you find out that God is somebody who doesn't do things 50%, 30%, 80%, not even 99%. You go beyond 100%. So that means what? When he created the whole list, that was one time. One single time, boom, it was there, still today. He didn't create all this 99%. It's like, you know what, I'm going to watch how these guys will behave. And if they behave good, I will, add more awareness on it. What is awareness anyway? But how come, if that's the truth, there's something coming new? But if you see the whole planet where there's human being, there's people that are even talking about it. There's people that are even thinking about it. But they still remain calm, peaceful, and just continue to flow life. So they have that already. Because at that moment, God would be unfair. Why he has to be the awareness? He has to send now a new awareness to one part of the world, and the other part of the world, they're not getting awareness. Think about it. So when it comes about awareness, spirituality, everything, we got it the first day. Do you think there's anything missing in the earth that God didn't put for us? Honestly. Think about it, 1 minute. Is anything missing that we didn't receive from God? We have every single damn thing we need, everything. But it's just ourselves, human, messing up. That's not even God's problem. Now, to respond to your question, you see, the truth is hard to accept. But when it comes about God's stuff, nobody can prove to that, whether from a book, from a video, whatever it is, it's just a talk, right? And which is putting a lot of fear out there, for innocent people. And when you're talking about 2012, in my tradition, because I come from a tradition, I'm a 10th generation shaman in my family. And to become a shaman, you don't get up just one day. It's like, I'm going to be a shaman. Let me just take some, 2 hours courses online and you become shaman. No. It takes a whole lifetime study. You have to be chosen. Where I come from, I don't know about different beliefs, but where I come from, you have to be chosen to become one. And mostly, it's years before, someone gets pregnant. So the elders will know already. Like, the woman, next time will have a baby, is going to be a boy. And that's the next shaman. That's what's done to us. And we go to lots of different initiations. Because spiritual, you do not study spiritual books. You just can't. Spiritual it's not about reading. It's about going through experiences. That's what spiritual is. You know, but today we have a different, you know, practice. You know, people do different things.
Intellectual.
Exactly. But it has nothing to do with it. If you want to study spiritual, you have to go through experiences. That means what? At that moment, it will become your own witness. Because the truth, you won't find it from nobody as a human. No. You want to go yourself and find the truth. Because you become your own witness. You can't, unless you want to lie to yourself. You see the truth, you still refuse. That's different. But if you want a spiritual, you want to go through experiences and face it. At that moment, you're going to go back, believe it or not, to the beginning. To see how this, you know, it's been made, and why it's all here for, you know, for. So, that moment you will understand that God's stuff, nobody controls it. Because when you're talking about time, when you're talking about calendar, that means you're talking about time. That's what it is. You're talking about time. Now, who has the power to control time? Who has that power?
God is above time.
Bingo, right there. See? So, if you make up, well, it's not like nobody can make up some stuff. Well, you can make up whatever you want. But it doesn't mean that's the reality. I mean, that's the truth. You can't think about something. Human thinking has a limit. The only thing that doesn't have limit is our soul, depending how we direct your own soul. Because if you do not know how to direct your own soul, you're going to be trapped in yourself. See, so time, nobody can control it. It's God's stuff. God is the only one who knows when He's going to make all this end. Nobody else. You have to believe. And I can tell you, 2012 is nothing. We never heard anything, never, you know, because you see, the way we search the truth, we don't take words from people, or we don't open books to read, trying to find the truth or something, or we don't search the internet trying to find the truth. At that moment, what truth you're gonna find on the internet? It's about someone else's experiences you're gonna find on the internet. You want to find the truth. If the world will end, well, how about going back to the jungle, find something, herbs or plant you want to eat, you know, to really push you back to the beginning of time, or to the spiritual world, because spiritual world is not like if you go there, not the way people understand the spiritual world. Because I can tell you, there's a lot of talk about spiritual world. People who talk about spiritual world, they've never been there before, ever. But they still can talk about spirits the same way. People who talk about spirits, they know them. They will teach other people about spirits, like really, they know them. But guess what? Students, they will believe those teachers. But actually, they don't know. You know? So nobody can control that. That's God's stuff. 2012, nothing will happen there. Consciousness, whatever you call it, this is a new consciousness. The consciousness was already set with you the day you got born. And before you got born, it was already here. Remember, He put everything one time. There's no 50% and then, you know, if they behave good, I'm going to add more stuff. No. Everything was set one time. So it's just ourselves destroying whatever gift God given to us. We do not know how to use that. You know, so today it's like, I can see, I watched a documentary online, on the TV, how people are just shaking, spending money, you know, building underground, you know, safety. Well, if it's the end of the world, that means what? You're going to survive? Just because you're building this big, you know, concrete wall underground. Because if you're talking about the end of the world, that means the earth itself will just open up. It's going to scramble all over the place. So nobody will survive. So when it comes about the end, nobody else can know when. Because if it, it's easy to talk about the end of the world, but I never heard someone talking about the beginning of the world. Who was the first human being besides the Bible talking about Adam and Eve? But the way we see those pictures, they're just little pictures. But is really those guys? Nobody knows. Why can I remember things you've been doing when you were 2 years old? 2 years old, it's even big. How about 6 months old? You're 6 months old, you can sit there, little tiny guy. Can you remember things you were doing at that moment? but it's easy to talk about.